Okay, great. So now this is live and now we can actually test it. So what's your budget range? So let's just say 25K to 40K. And then here I actually get an image. I get the image of the SUV on WhatsApp. So this is what it shows. Based on your preference, here is the matching SUV. What we could have done is we could have made this message. Hello everyone. So in this video, I'll talk about the 3 pillars of AI customer engagement automation. So the first one we'll talk about the script-based automation, the AI-based, and the AI-based with memory and knowledge base. If you don't know what the customer engagement automation is, I'm basically just referring to a chatbot, but changing the words because it sounds much more cooler. And yeah, this is not just a simple chatbot, it's a whole sales process. So I'll show you exactly what that is. So who am I and why listen to me? My name is Alessandro Colford. I've been a solo founder building AI and automation solutions for the last 18 months. I've successfully built and implemented AI sales engagement systems from scratch, which is now generating 10x revenue for my current clients. I have a background as an SDR and account executive, which fueled my mission to revolutionize these roles. And I made step-by-step tutorials since 12 months ago, completing exact what I'm going to show you now. I'm also a founder of the Alessandro AI community with more than 200 plus people using and implementing all of my templates. Link is in the description if you want to join for free. And then I'm also the founder of sdralternative.com, chathandle.com, and autocoldcalls.com. So what exactly is my mission and vision and on how the sales process will be evolving with AI and automation? So around 2 years ago, I was still in my current job as an SDR or account executive. I got a promotion, but essentially I was just doing inbound sales. And so what I saw is everything was very repetitive, and there was no real incentive for the SDR or account executive to have those instant replies with leads or consistently follow up with these leads. So what I was doing actually, and the way that I became the top performer in my role of my team was I was using templates, and I was just using templates, script-based templates when I was doing the cold calls, and then also templates replying to emails. I saw that everything was very repetitive and I felt like a robot, and I felt that it was not at all the right way. That's when I realized that the whole sales process of any type of company that's generating a lot of inbound leads or even doing outbound, well, they don't really have a proper sales structure because leads are not getting the instant replies, and then also no leads are being consistently followed up, which means that when new leads come in, well, the old leads, even though they are qualified and they might convert, they're just left behind. And that's mainly due to the way SDRs or account executives were compensated, or how I was compensated in my role. In my experience, any new lead that comes through the company has a much higher converting percentage compared to an old lead that already received a couple follow-ups. So as an SDR or an account executive, we would always focus on the new leads that would come through and would always forget about the old leads. But yeah, in terms of quality and time spent per lead, this would just decrease as the volume increases. So anyways, this is just a very wobbly sales process and is not sustainable, which is where AI comes into play, where automation comes into play. And that will provide businesses with very straightforward and very well structured sales processes. What is this video about and how it will help you? So basically here, I'll show you 3 different types of sales engagement systems, 3 different types of chatbots. So the first will be a beginner level sales engagement system. The second will be a medium level sales engagement system. And the third will be an advanced level sales engagement system. So the first part is a script-based chatbot. We'll be using Manychat and WhatsApp to build that. The second part will be an AI-based chatbot. We'll be using Manychat to connect to WhatsApp, and we'll use NA10 with the AI agent node to formulate that. And then we have the AI-based chatbot with memory and knowledge base. Here we'll be using Manychat, NA10, Redis, and Airtable for the knowledge base. Why Airtable for the knowledge base and not some sort of like a vector store database? Just because I want to keep this as simple as possible, and it's not necessary to go very complex for what I'll show you. So the structure of the video is I'm going to take a random business that I find online, where I'm going to create these 3 types of sales engagement systems, and I'll build everything step by step, no particular edits unless it's needed. And I'll just show you exactly how I build it, and you can follow me along, or you can just get the templates by joining my community with the link below. If you are a business and you want to implement this within your business, whether it's a script-based chatbot, an AI chatbot, or a more advanced AI chatbot with memory and knowledge-based functionality, then feel free to send me a message. You can reach out to me on school, LinkedIn, Instagram, wherever. I'll also put my email address where you can contact me there. So the second part will be to plan out the chatbot on exactly how will it be built, what are different parts that will need more time, etc. And then the third part where we'll actually build it and we'll implement it, and then I'll show you a demo of how it works. So yeah, this video is going to be very, very valuable for anyone who wants to learn how to build it, and also anyone who wants to implement this within their business and just to understand the different types of options they would have. And again, I'm going to show everything step by step. I'm going to go on Google, I'm going to search a random car dealership, and we're going to build it for a random car dealership. If you are this car dealership that I end up building for, reach out to me, and then we can work a way where I can directly implement it within your business. So yeah, hopefully this is valuable. Feel free to subscribe and leave a like. That would help me a lot. And I see you in the step-by-step build. Let's go. All right, great. So here I'm on Google Maps, as you can see, and I put car dealership Europe. So we'll be finding a random car dealership in Europe to basically do that. What I'll do is I'll see if I can actually find one in London. I think that would be better. So let's just take, for example, what is this one? Do they have a website? They don't have a website. Let's go here. Okay, this is like a showroom. Do they have a website? All right, this is perfect. Let's do it for them. They also have WhatsApp, so that means that they are already getting inquiries via WhatsApp. I doubt they have a WhatsApp chatbot. We can actually test it and see. All right, great. So I'm on their WhatsApp. I'll just send this message. This is the pre-filled message that they have. So let's see, chat with us online. Does their pre-filled message, is there even like an automatic greeting message that will come, or will they just register my number? Yeah, it doesn't seem like they have anything automated. So this could be like a potential client that would work really well. But yeah, they also have different kinds of phone numbers, etc. I doubt that they even have like an AI caller or whatever. But yeah, this is good. This is good. We can see that they have sell your car, current stock, buy online, you can finance it, etc. So what we'll do is we'll start building. So here I'm on Manychat. You can create a Manychat account very easy. I'll put a link below. If you click on it, you get a 30-day trial instead of a 7-day trial, I believe. But yeah, essentially you go on Manychat, and then after that you'll have to basically connect your Facebook account. It's very easy to get a WhatsApp number, very easy. You just follow the steps. You just need to log into your Facebook account, choose a WhatsApp number that Manychat already gives you, and then it will be done. The next part will be to go to automation. Here we click on a new automation, and we'll start from scratch. I always like to rename it, so here I'm just going to do dealership UK. And then from there, what we're going to do is actually here for the trigger, there will be 2 different triggers. The first trigger would be that the user clicks on the link like this company would have, just they don't have this set up. And then here you could be like, here the message could be like, hey, I have a question, save it. And then here basically whenever they use this link, it will open up, and that will work the same way. So that's how you create this. The next part is we're going to do the WhatsApp where a user sends a message, but here instead of putting an actual keyword, we will actually put the most common used letters when someone starts a conversation. And what that would do is it will start the chatbot based on, for example, if someone says, hello, I hope you're well, based on, hello, I have a question, can you help me with this, etc. There's always like common letters within those types of sentences, and so I'll give them to you now. So for example, E, T, A, O, and I. Those are the most common letters that are found in every single sentence. And then we can, I guess that's enough. But you can add as much as you want. I guess it's even better to add as much as you want. But yeah, like this. Okay, so that's enough. Now the next part is we always start with a greeting message. You always want to start with a greeting message. So you click on WhatsApp, here opens this type of message. Here I'll mostly base this chatbot on, it's script-based chatbot. So we will be using a lot of buttons. And actually using buttons, a lot of businesses that I've spoken with, they always start with this type of chatbot, and then they always ask me, okay, well, we want to implement more of an AI chatbot that can handle every single situation. AI-based chatbots are very good for, for example, customer service chatbots, because there it's the person that guides the AI in getting the information they need. Now, on the other side, if it's for sales, you need to really structure the AI agent in an order, you have to tell the AI agent how should the conversation go from A to Z. You don't want the person, that's just how it is in sales. You don't want someone to speak with a chatbot or with an AI caller, and the AI caller doesn't have any guidance on where it should end the conversation. So you need to structure it in a way that it will do that. I'll go into the last AI chatbot that I'll make. But here in this case, we're going to use buttons because, buttons are basically the point that I want to make. It's much better to have a script-based chatbot if you're starting to do a sales chatbot, because it's going to be very easy to put someone, to send someone from A to Z with the buttons, because there's only different options. However, if it's AI-based, the person could ask literally anything. And so the AI, if it's not prompted in the right way with the right structure, then it won't go in the right path. So that's what I'm trying to say. So how we will start this is basically we'll have a greeting message. So it would be something like welcome to, it'll be something like welcome to, what's the name? The left-hand drive. Welcome to the left-hand drive. Dealership, UK dealership. How can I help you? And then we could actually say welcome first name, so that it's personalized. So we would always have the first name of the person on WhatsApp. It's always registered. So no need to actually add the first name in this case. For Facebook and Instagram, that's different. And for SMS as well, it's different. So welcome first name to the left-hand drive UK dealership. How can I help you? Here we could even add an image. Let's do that. It just makes it more personalized. We'll just put the logo. All right, so that's how you put the logo. You could also put a video. So that works well. Now for the buttons, we'll have 3 buttons. We will say, I want to buy a car. I'm here to sell a car. As you can see, we also have a limit of characters that we can use. So we'll just say buy. I'm here to, I want to sell a car. That works. I want to buy a car, I want to sell a car, and then the third option would be I have a general question. Okay, that's too long, so we'll just put general question. Ask general question. Something like that. Then after that, what you're going to do is you're going to add tags just to make sure that you can then filter out per person. Just to stay organized, and in case you want to build a CRM out of this, it's always a good idea to add tags based on the buttons that are being pressed. So then you can categorize, okay, the people who said I want to buy a car on this date, this is what happened, etc. So here we're just going to say buy. Then we'll just duplicate this. Here we'll say sell. Oops. And then the third option will be general question. And then as well, you'll be able to then track what are people actually inquiring about. Because it could be that this person, most of the questions maybe are about what are your opening times, or for example, how do you do test drives? Maybe that's just the question that they receive on WhatsApp. And instead of then going through the whole flow of understanding what the person wants, you can just simply put it in the greeting message. Or on their Instagram page, or on the Facebook, or directly on their website, they could put an extra button saying, book your test drive. Instead of people reaching out to WhatsApp, getting the owner to reply back. That's just a more direct way of doing it. Now, if you do think about it, businesses would want the person to actually make an inquiry and speak with the customer, because that's much more valuable than the person seeing on the website, okay, I can book a test drive, and then maybe leaving the website and never doing it. Other than sending a message on WhatsApp, then the business has their WhatsApp number and can recontact them later on. So yeah, just a thought here. So here we have these three options. I want to buy a car, I want to sell a car, our general question. So the next part will be, okay, we'll go on the buying part. We can also add an extra, no we can't. Okay, so once that's done, then we'll continue with the buying flow. So here there's two ways you can do it, or you can directly build it within this automation view, or you can actually select start automation and you can connect that to a different flow if you want to stay organized. For the purpose of this video, I'll just build everything in one go, and yeah, it will work exactly the same. It's just as an approach, if you're going to work with a business, it's much better if you have everything organized in different parts, because it will just be a much better experience for you once you want to change it, improve it, etc. So let's go directly and let's finish the buying part. So here what we're going to do, I'm just looking at my notes. Obviously I've prepared for this, but yeah, we'll do buy a car path. So we'll say what type of car are you interested in, and then here we'll put the three buttons. First will be SUV, second will be sedan, and then the third will be truck, like this. What we can also do is we can put a delay just so that it feels a little bit less robotic. Like a 1 second delay is always good. I wouldn't put too much of a delay, because you also want to have that quick response time. That's very important. Now it could also be used, like for example, when someone is inquiring about a price, you can also use it as a tactic. So to make the person wait before giving the price straight away. Just because then the person might see the price and then not reply. You have to be strategic about it. So once that's done, then after that, the next question will be, well, the budget range. So it's always good to ask a budget and put buttons, because the person will be more likely to reply and click on a button instead of writing it. It's just something that people don't like talking about their budget. They feel it's very invasive, and they feel like, well, in sales in general, you feel like you're going to get screwed over, and that the salesperson or the business is going to, obviously the business wants to make money and the person wants to have the cheaper end of the deal. So asking what is your budget as an open-ended question is never a good idea unless you do have the leverage to do so. But what I found with my clients, if you put buttons with prices, there's a higher conversion rate of people actually replying to that, and especially if you put a range. So that's how we will do it. So I'll put what's your budget range, and then here we'll put three buttons. We'll do like 10,000. Okay, it's in pounds, so 10,000. We'll just do like 10k to 25k pounds, and then here we'll do 25k to 40k pounds, and then here we'll do 40k pounds plus. So yeah. Also, what we will do is we will put some tags because we want to categorize again. Are most people interested in buying SUVs? Are most people interested in sedans? This is also really good for data reporting. So not only does the business here get can automate the inquiry, can automate the sales process whenever an inquiry comes, but also at the same time this can be used as a data reporting tool, and you can actually provide data to the business. This is why it's so valuable. I'm sure right now the owner of this car dealership might have a brief idea of what most people are looking for, based on what people actually buy. But actually, if you maybe in the conversations they see that most people are interested in an SUV and doing a test drive there, but then let's say they don't have any SUVs available for test drive, they only have sedans, then obviously there's going to be a problem. And then maybe they could base their ads based on what people put in the chat conversation. So if most people are interested in doing an SUV test drive, then they can publish an ad on Facebook, Instagram saying we do SUVs test drives. And well, since more people are within the chat, their current leads are actually replying that, then there's no reason for it not to do, for that ad not to perform well and to attract more people from that. So that's my thought reasoning behind this as well, with adding the tags and doing the whole data reporting. So after that, you have this connected. We can just link everything together because it will be the same question after it. Like this. Okay, great. Here again, we'll add some tags because then we will also be able to track what is the actual budget of these people. Are they within the lower range of things, the medium range, or the higher range? So we'll just put 1025. Actually, we'll just put low range. Low range. And then we'll put medium range. And then we'll put high range. All right, great. So after that, how this will be done is basically, after that, the next question is to ask if they want to do a test drive. So now that we have the tags, so actually something that we could do is like a confirmation message just to make the person confirm. And also this is much more professional. So we could do like okay, great. So the next part will be to actually display cars and then allow the person to directly book a test drive or to talk to a dealership agent. So how do you do that? So what we're going to do is okay, so how we're going to do that is we'll add a WhatsApp node, and then here we'll just put an image above each, and then we'll put a delay. And here we'll put the delay for 3 seconds. Then we do this again, we repeat the process like this. Like this. Okay, so after that we're going to find 3 cars. So let's say this one has to be a SUV, truck. Let's just say this is a truck. Damn, that looks pretty nice. We can just use this as picture. Let's just say that this is the SUV. And then for the sedan, let's just say it's this. We need a nicer picture. Yeah, that's a good picture here. All right, perfect. Whoops. What's interesting, they have this financing calculator, so this could also be something that you could include within the WhatsApp. I won't go into detail in this, but this could be very interesting as well. All right, so we have this. Now what we will do is we'll add the images. So SUV. Okay, so here we could actually send 3 different options, but that would be too long. So what we will do is we'll just send one option like this, and then here there will be 2 buttons, and then we'll just duplicate this twice. So after that we do this, we do that, and then from there, so okay, so actually we will need to replicate this 3 times. So we won't, of course, need to do that. So what you're going to do is you're just going to copy everything like this. And then we just copy it 3 times. Boom, very easy. This is where it gets a little bit messy, but since we're building this from scratch and live, it'll be fine. So the first one is the SUV, the second one is the sedan, and then the third one is the truck. All right, perfect. Okay, so here we'll just put one option for the video, because otherwise the video will be way too long. It'll just be way too complicated. But essentially here you could put 3 images, one of a low range, one of a medium range, and one of a high range. And then in the text it would be basically like based on your preferences. Here is a matching SUV. And then here you can say schedule test drive, speak to dealership. Maybe like request callback. Actually here, this is where we could use pricing as a leverage, and we could say request quotes. And then here we would basically put a tag, request quotes like this, and then the next would be schedule test drive. Like this. Boom. Then after that, basically what we'll do is schedule test drive. We'll say great, amazing, let's get you scheduled in. And then from here we will do a list message, and we'll say please pick a date and time for when you're available. And then here we'll put select date. We'll put an emoji just to make it nice. Okay, I can't open the emoji, so we'll do that another time. And here basically you would want to put some dates. You could also make this dynamic, but this is where AI would get involved. So what I'll do, and you can also connect this to your calendar, everything, yeah, whatever. But here, since we're just making it beginner level, we'll just put some dates. So today we're the 18th May, so I'll just put 19th May. Actually, we'll do 19th. Yeah, let's just do 19th May, and then here you could put Tuesday. So it will be written in the description Tuesday. Actually, the 19th is a Monday, so let's just change that. Monday, boom. 20th May, and then here you would put Tuesday. Bada boom. Then here 21st May. Here you put Wednesday. And then here 22nd May, and you put Thursday. Great. Okay, great. So once you have that, you would have to add tags. So we'll just put an emoji here. Actually, we can put an emoji this way. Calendar, select date, so that it looks nice. 19th May, 20th May, 21st May, 22nd May. Let's also put like a small delay of 1 second between the message and actually asking to book in a date. Then after that, we'll add tags for each date, just to know, well, when does a person actually want to come. Actually, we would not add tags. We would do it in a different way because we want to send them a confirmation message after. So the way that you would do this is basically you'd go to actions, select an action, and here you would set a user field. And so what you'll do is the user field will be called date, drive, date, test drive. So from there, what you'll do is you're setting the date drive to 19th May. And you're just going to copy paste this 4 times like this. th May, 21st of May, and then 22nd of May. Like this, boom, boom, bam, bam. Then after that, what we'll do is we'll actually ask the time that they want to come in and do the drive. So again, we'll put list message, we'll delete this. Please pick a time for the test drive. Put a clock emoji. And then we'll put some times. Let's say like 11 to 11:30. To 1:30 a.m. p.m. and then let's say like 3 to 3:30 p.m. and then this you just connect again, and then here you do the same thing, but you just change the user field to time drive, so the time of the test drive, and then you will put this as 11 a.m. Let's just make this proper, so 11 to 11:30 a.m. Time drive from 1 to 1:30 p.m. and then from 3 to 3:30 p.m. like this. After that, we'll send them a message confirmation. We'll say great. Just to please confirm. We'll say great, please confirm your appointment. Please confirm your test drive appointment. And then we'll put like a calendar emoji. We'll put a clock emoji. And then we'll also put like a location. And we'll put the location of the place, which is here, like this. And then what I always like doing is splitting this. And so here what you're going to do is you're going to put the date drive, so the date at which they booked in, the time drive, and then the location doesn't change. Please confirm, and then here we would say confirm appointment. Put a tag, confirm. And then here we would say amazing. To which email address can I send you the Then after that we'll say amazing your test drive. Amazing your test drive has been scheduled. And then here really the business can do whatever they want. They could even take a fee for the test drive. So they could put like something like please complete the payment for the test drive. And then they could do like this, £25. I don't know how much it would be or if it's even free. And then here it would be like proceed to payment, etc. And then you would put basically within this, you would open the website and you would put the payment link here. And then you would add a new tag which would show whenever someone actually clicked on that button to the payment link. So then here you can really track, okay, what do people want to buy as car? What is their budget range? When do people want to do a test drive, or do they want to just speak to a person on the phone? And then which date and time do they want to come see it? And will they actually want to make a payment? Are they actually serious about it by doing the payment? And then you can track how many people have clicked on the button, how many people clicked on the payment link, and then you can optimize these conversions. But yeah, for here we'll just remove this and we'll just keep it as it is. So you would just link all of that together like this. And then for the request quote, it'll be the same thing. What we'll do is, since we have leverage because they want the quote here, how you would frame it is you would maybe ask like, can one of our dealership agents call you now? Yes. No. Later. And then basically if they say yes, then it would send a notification to the dealership agent to say that they can call. How you would do that is you put an action, and then you could make an external request to Zapier or whatever, or you could directly connect to Zapier, or you can make an external request to NA10 who would then send a notification on Slack, stuff like that. But here what we will do is we will notify the team. So notify assignees by email. You can also put by text. And then you would say full name. You would put an emoji and you would say full name is requesting a quote. And then here you would put for X car and has X budget, etc. Is requesting a quote. You can actually send this as an email, SMS, and as a messenger chat to notify your team. So that's great. And then no later, basically here, how you would do this, then you would basically say, okay, no problem at all. Our dealership agents, one of our dealership agents will get back to you with an official quote and next steps. Something like this. And then basically here, how the car dealership would actually do this is they would ask the dealership agents to basically call the person first. If they don't reply to the call, then would send them a message on WhatsApp. Now, if you would actually want to take this to a step further, what you would do is you would have an AI caller that would call them. Very easy. AI caller that would call them, and if they don't reply after 3 touch points, then you would send a follow-up. One of our car dealership agents tried to call you, but you didn't pick up. Are you still interested? Something like that. So yeah, so that's how I would do this part. Now for the next parts, it would be the same. Now how about if I want to sell a car? So let's just make this more organized. Yeah, let's just do it like this. So how about if I want to sell a car? Here what we will do is basically we will ask, the first question will be, great, how old is your car? And then here we would put buttons. Again, people are more willing to provide information when there's buttons because it's very easy. There's no thinking process like as when you're writing a message. To click on a button, it's very easy. So here we'll say less than 3. And so the reason why you would put buttons in this case, instead of an open-ended question, is to remove the friction of the person going from A to Z. And you want the person to go to Z as quickly as possible without friction. And also you want the right people to go to Z. But yeah, less than 3 years, let's just say that. Between 3 to 7 years. More than 7 years. So in this case, for example, you could just filter out the people who have a car that are older than more than 7 years because the car dealership just simply knows that they cannot sell this for a profit. That could be like a way to do this. So great. The next here, what we will do is we'll also add tags just so then we can clearly track who is saying what and how many people are saying less than 3 years, between 3 to 7 years, etc. And also who is actually selling their cars. Is it the people who have the cars that are old, that are between 3 to 7 years, or is it people who have cars that are less than 3 years? So yeah, that's very important as well. So here what we'll say is we'll say sell 3 years. Then the next part will be sell 3 to 7 years. Then the next part will be more than 7 years. Well, of course you can use whatever tags you want. But yeah, from there what you would do is the next question would be we would actually ask them a picture for the car. So amazing. Please. You could also make this more personalized based on what they say, right? So you could say amazing. It is true that if your car is between 3 to 7 years, then this would be the best time to sell it. And then if for example the person says more than 7 years, then there you could say great. You have used, like, you could make it funny or something. You could say you have used your car for a long time. Now it's time for a fresh start, etc. So you can make it personalized based on the tag that they put. Now I'll just make this very generic because we are at the beginner level. So yeah, so amazing. Please, what could we say? Yeah, please send me a picture. And then here what we will do, so here you would put it as an open-ended question. Do they have actually here as a picture? No. Yeah, they do. Yeah, so here you would put it as a picture and you would put reply type as a file, so you can save it as a file. You can also leave it as a URL or even have it as a text. I believe each will work, or just put it as an image actually. And then here what we'll do is we'll put picture car. Done. Again, what we can do is we can add the delays. So I actually didn't do that here, but this is actually good practice to put delays because it's just less robotic and it's more enjoyable experience. Whoops. Okay, let me just put this set live. Okay, so I'm just going to clean up this because it's unnecessary. I won't do everything 3 times like this. I'll just delete this. Alright, great. So after the person has sent their car, then we would ask basically, we would say like, we could say something funny about the car or something nice, but I think, again, I'll just, if you want to do that, you can do it. I think it's best practice like to actually do that. But I don't really have anything on top of my mind. Yeah. We would just say basically, well, are there any specific damages we should know about from your car? Then here we'll just say no damage, minor damage. I mean, this is not specific at all. So yeah, so that's what we would do, and then we would also put tags because then here the dealership can track are most people that have a sell to car, are most people that are trying to sell their car, does it have no damage, minor damage, or significant damage? No damage. And then you do this 3 times like this. Okay, great. So once that's done, what we will do is here you could actually ask, please send me an image of the damage. So we could do that. Oh, that's not a problem. Could you send me, no, we'll just say, like here you could ask basically to send an image of the damage, and then if you would want to take it a step further, which we could do within the AI, is we would have AI that would basically look into the image, analyze the image, and see what kind of damage does the car have. Now that would be pretty cool to have actually. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, I'll build that in the more advanced level because it is more advanced. But yeah, okay, so no damage, minor damage, significant damage. We'll just keep that very easy. And then after that, we'll say And then after that, we'll just say amazing. A car dealership agent will come back to you with a quote. The quote within the next 24 hours. And here they would know, okay, how old is the car? They would have a picture of the car, and then they would know if there's any damage to the car, which are mainly the main things that a car dealership would need to know. Of course, they would also need to know the mileage, etc. But yeah, that could be added very easily. Then the next part is to ask general questions. So here what we would do is we would do this, and then we would say, of course, well, actually, how would you reply if someone has a general question? We'll just say, I'm here to help. What is your question? And you would want that in an open-ended question like this, boom. And then here you would say general question. General question like this. And then basically what you would do is you would put an action and you would put general question received, and then you would add notify assignees, and you would say full name has a general question, and then you would actually put it in quotes, which would basically allow the team to directly see within their email or messenger or SMS, full name has a general question, reply as soon as possible. Or you could have it sent as a Slack notification as well, which works pretty well if your team is on Slack. You could add a task in Airtable or on Monday saying that this person has a question. All of that can be done. So we will put, what did we say? We said, so here we added a tag. Okay, so we put a tag, so that's different. Basically, we need to add another action, and I'll put set user field. And here we'll put the user field as general question received. And then we'll put the value as, okay, general question. Okay, I saved it as general question. So what we'll do is we'll just go here and we'll put general question. So that's a general question. Please reply ASAP. Done. Set live. Okay. Payments. Whoops. Set live. Okay, great. So now this is live, and now we can actually test it. So let me do the test on the phone, and I'll show you how that looks like. Alright, great. So I'm here on Manychat now. What we'll do is we'll actually go to the WhatsApp part to test it. So to do that, you'll go to WhatsApp, and then there, basically what you'll see. Okay, so there's two ways that you can do to test is, or you can directly just send a message to the number, since we configured it in that way where whenever someone sends a message, it will reply back. Or you can directly get the link that we installed here. So in this part, you click here. You could even just scan this with the QR code. But what I'll do is I'll just click on this, and then it will open up, and then I will basically open WhatsApp. And so here it will open up. Okay, great. So here it opens up. Hey, I have a question. This is pre-filled. Again, this you can change as you want. I send this message, and the conversation will start. So if I go back to Manychat, basically I should receive now the this type of message, so the welcome message. So we go back, receive the image. Welcome, Alessandro, to the left-hand drive UK dealership. How can I help you? I want to buy a car. I want to sell a car. Our general question. What we'll do is we'll just do I want to buy a car. And then here, what is the next part? So I get the tag buy, and then it's going to ask me the 3 questions. So what type of car are you interested in? Don't worry about the names. It's just this is a test account that I use for other reasons. But yeah, the name and the profile picture you can change very easily. I'll show you how to do that after I show the demo. So yeah, what type of car you're interested in? Let's just say I'm interested in an SUV. You could also have this in a different way where it would show pictures of what an SUV looks like, what a sedan looks like, what a truck looks like. Just if you're going to use that on the phone, it's going to be very difficult for the person to, they're just going to get spammed. So it's not really the best experience. This would be the most optimal way. So what's your budget range? So let's just say 25K to 40K. And then here I actually get an image. I get the image of the SUV on WhatsApp. So this is what it shows. Based on your preference, here is the matching SUV. What we could have done is we could have made this message first. So above, based on your preference, here is a matching SUV. And then what would you like to do next? Schedule test drive, request quote. That's one thing that I would have changed. Let's say I want to schedule test drive, and then here's going to give me the options to schedule in a date and a time. So I pick in a date like this, and this is also a pop-up within the phone which changes a lot of things. Normally what people have is they have a question like this where it will then ask them to enter the specific date, but yeah, they're going to get lower people to reply. This way is the most optimal way to get responses. And how to get this as a variable is very easy as well. How to get this as dynamic where the days will change. Basically what you'll do is you'll just create variables for each column, and then you'll just say AI based on today's date, add an extra day. In terms of credits, you just use 4.0 mini and it will cost you literally nothing. So that's how you do it, and then you can also see the day itself. So Tuesday, pick a time for the test drive. So here I'm just going to say 1 p.m. And then here, I believe it should show me the confirmation. So as you can see, great, please confirm your test drive appointment, 20th May, 1 p.m. And here's the location. Confirm the appointment, and then there's going to ask me for the payment. So yeah, amazing, a test drive has been scheduled. Please complete the payment for the test drive, £25. Boom, done. Easy. And then the same thing happens when I want to ask to sell a car. It's going to ask me the same thing, between 3 to 7 years. Please send me a picture. I don't have a picture here, but what we can do is we can just send a picture. Why not? So let's see. So let's just send this. I send a picture. Okay, so here it actually asks me to upload an image. Let's see. Yeah, on the computer it's different than actually doing it on the phone. So here it's actually nice because it says like instead of uploading a file, upload a picture. So yeah, I uploaded the picture now. Minor damage, and then here she's gonna send me amazing. A car dealership agent will come back to you with a quote within the next 24 hours. And then what you could do is you could actually have AI do an analysis of the car, of the image that was sent, what kind of damage, and then based on that, do market research on what a car would sell on the second market with these types of damages. I mean, that would be an amazing tool. If we go back to the 3 different types of sales engagement systems, the first beginner level 1 script-based chatbot is done. So that will be this part of the video. Now this part of the video has been complete. If you do want to get the template, the Manychat template, then feel free to join my community. Everything, all the templates that I use is in my community. I do understand that this is a very basic level, but from what my community has told me and from what I see most people ask as questions, this would be the right way to start, and then you can build yourself up from there. So yeah, the next video will be the AI-based chatbot, and then the AI-based chatbot with memory and knowledge base. So stay tuned, subscribe, like the video, and well, if you join my community, then you will be the first one to know when the AI chatbot comes out, when the tutorial for that. I have a lot cooking up for that, and it's going to be a really interesting video with AI and how AI changes the whole game for the chatbot. Like the difference between a script-based chatbot and an AI-based chatbot is completely different. It opens It opens a lot of new doors, and you could even not make it that difficult. So that's what the next video will be on. I hope this video was valuable, and yeah, have a nice day. See you in the next video. Bye bye.